Alright, I'll make this quick. This is not spontaneous, it's planned. But it's not scripted, it's spontaneous in that way. Alright, I gotta do a full disclosure. Because look it can look like a pump and dump, and it's not. And this is I posted it on Facebook because I'm banned everywhere else. So I'm posting it on YouTube so I could have more than one large public platform. This is a public channel, so is my Facebook. Okay, so this is my personal theory, my personal belief, my personal research. So this is what I believe. I haven't read this anywhere. I haven't heard this anywhere. This is just me, one guy. All right. So take it any way you want. But I've been saying for 12 years, over 12 years, that IXCoin is going to be number one, ahead of Bitcoin. It's going to crush Bitcoin. It's taken way, way longer than I expected. But I don't believe I'm wrong. I think I was just really early. And for about 8 years, since BTX, Bitcore BTX has popped up, I've said that's the real Bitcoin, not BCH, not BSV. I was temporarily fooled for a couple months that BCH was the real Bitcoin. I don't believe that for 1 second. I don't believe BSV is the real Bitcoin. I believe BSV or BCH, they're gonna be something big, one or the other. But uh, uh, I think the real Bitcoin is Bitcoin BTX, and that's top layer. It's cash, electronic cash, and center layer I believe is going to be IXCoin. It's just the best fit. I'm looking at the technology and what the world's looking for, what governments are looking for, what consumers are looking for, corporations, banks. I'm looking at the big picture. I always have. I've said from the very beginning, it's a lot more about just writing code. And I went to college for economics and finance, and I took a year of political science just to understand it a little bit better. And you got to look at everything. You can't just look at code and that's it. And I've always said from the beginning that Bitcoin is just gonna be it's just a rat trap. I said mortgage your house at $300-400 because I said 10,000 is gonna look cheap, and now it's safe to say it's going to a million. But I believe it's gonna collapse. It's gonna crash. And I believe the real Bitcoin is Bitcoin BTX, and I believe IXCoin. The way I see it, from my perspective, the way I see things lining up, and the way everything is going to digital and tokenization and all that, I see IXCoin as the best fit for a middle or bottom layer that's going to be internet cryptocurrency. And eventually they're all going to converge into one, and I believe they're all going to converge into the center currency, which I think is going to be IXCoin. And I don't know how many years that's going to take, a year or 20 years or 40 years, I don't know. This is what I believe. This has been my theory for a very long time. Been called crazy. My mom, my own son, that made me sad. My mom, my own son made me sad. Almost everybody in crypto, delusional, schizophrenic, call me whatever you want. You know, I actually did research on this stuff, and it's just what I believe. It's what I see, and it's just anyway. The point is, crypto is gonna explode pretty soon. Okay, there's still some massive accumulation being done by big money like President Trump and some hedge funds and big players, some nation states, some states in America that pass bills. They're waiting for the genius bill act to pass for stable coins. It's all coming into play like I expected. I said ETF for Bitcoin is guaranteed 12 and a half years ago, and people laughed at me. And now we got over 100 Bitcoin ETFs globally. That was so obvious to me back then. It was, I said guaranteed. So, you can laugh if you want. The main reason for this video is to let people know that I have other cryptocurrencies that I bought just to diversify because I don't know what's going to go up first, and I'm in a pretty hard spot, and I have a lot of personal issues I need to take care of. So I don't know if IXCoin and Bitcore BTX are going to take longer than expected, like it has so far. So I'm diversified in other coins. So my plan is, if my other coins go up like I expect, you know, a lot, logarithmic growth, then I have every intention to buy at market, um, IXCoin and BTX, because I truly perceive that and believe that they are long term. They have more value. They are more valuable than Bitcoin. So my personal plan, out of my pocket, my money, I plan to buy everything off the books that I can get my hands on, given assuming I get enough, I make enough money off these other coins. That means I will. IXCoin for me is number one. It has always been number one. It's number one. I cannot even think about anything number two. I can't deal with that. So I plan to keep buying every IXCoin on exchanges until I run out of money, or until IXCoin is number one on CoinMarketCap. And BTX is the next one that I believe is more valuable than Bitcoin as well. So my intention is to keep buying BTX, Bitcoin BTX on exchanges at market, keep buying it until it's number two on CoinMarketCap. Now, I'm the only one in the world that I know of that believes this. So I got to make this public. Just a heads up. Uh, if you're holding these coins, I mean, naturally, I would expect a massive, massive drop, an initial massive drop, because I'm buying everything at market. I'm not gonna put the limit orders and all that. I just not my style. I just don't do that. I never have. I always buy and sell at market. So the price then will go up pretty much instantaneously. I'm gonna just throw everything I have at it. And um, do your own research. Do your own research. Buy, hold, sell, do whatever you want. I'm telling you what I think is gonna happen. I'm telling you what I believe. You can believe me or not, but anything that goes up hockey stick, style, hyperbolic in a massive way, uh, it always comes down. No matter, I've never seen an asset, any asset, not Bitcoin, nothing, that doesn't collapse after it goes hyperbolic. That's fine with me. I'm willing to take a total loss. And there should be a period of price discovery. I'm not going to sell into the pump. I'm not going to go to jail for money. That's stupid. Uh, but I'm letting people know so they can have a choice to sell at any point, buy at any point, or you can hold at any point. It's your problem, it's your money, it's your risk, just like me. I'm risking it all. I'm gonna wait for price discovery so I don't get in any trouble with the SEC and the FBI. I actually tag them on Facebook to make sure that I'm letting them know that I plan on doing this. I don't want to mess around with the U.S. government. Those guys they'll get you anywhere you go. I don't want any problems with them. And so I don't know when this is going to happen. I don't know when my currencies are going to go up, but things are looking like they're ready to move. Uh, I think by the end of the year, we're going to see some serious movement in Bitcoin price. Once Bitcoin hits 200, 250,000, I think all coins are going to start really moving up. And that might be the time I'll have the necessary Bitcoin to move in on these two currencies. And if I have enough coins, there are other coins that I like old coins, and I plan to post that publicly at the time before I buy them. Same thing. I will not sell anything into any pump. I'm gonna wait for price discovery. But I'm not sure about any other coins 100%. These two I am positive about it, at least me personally. And if price discovery takes the price down to zero, I mean complete zero, dead coins, dead IXCoin, dead BTX, I'm going to lose everything on this because that's my conviction rate. That's how deep my conviction runs for years and years. So the free ride is on me. I'm paying for that. Take profits if you can, if you want to. If you don't. If you want to buy now, buy now. It's your risk. It's your risk. I'm not telling you to buy anything. Well, I have because people are lemmings and they can't do their own research. Oh, that hurts so bad. It hurts my head. Anyway, do as you please. This is full disclosure of my intentions for IXCoin and Bitcore BTX. If and when my other cryptocurrencies explode in value, which I expect that to happen, trillions are going to start coming in. They got to come in by late this year. I know I've been wrong year after year, but I don't know how. It was just so obvious. Like the ETF was so obvious, but it took 12 years instead of 1 year. I thought the ETF was coming in 2014. I actually had a $2,000 bet. The ETF was coming in 2014. I lost it and I had to pay it. That's how sure I was. And the ETFs came, 100 of them, over 100, a decade later. So I was off by a decade, but I was absolutely right. Just off by so long. Okay, that's it. It's your problem what you do. I try to help everybody. Try to do all the work and research and post it everywhere I could. And I can't wait to find out if I'm just really crazy like everybody has said all along, even my own family. That part bothers me. I don't care what people say, but I do care about what my family says. And they think I'm off my rocker, you know, because it's really hard to believe, I guess. But to me, it's like the ETF license for Bitcoin. People are laughing at me saying that's impossible. That there's a war against Bitcoin, there's a war against crypto. And to me, it was like ridiculous. I said, no, guaranteed ETF, guaranteed. To me, it was like looking outside and seeing a tree outside. It was so obvious. And same with IXCoin and BTX. To me, it's just so obvious, but nobody believes it. But I did my best to let people know when they were cheap for all these years. Very, very cheap. I live in a mud house and I've been able to just eat one meal a day and slowly accumulate these cheap coins that were sub 1 penny, now 1 penny, 2 pennies, 6 pennies, 7 pennies. You know, still extremely affordable for any poor person to buy 1,000 coins, 500 coins. You know, you don't have to risk more than 20 euros, 50 euros. All right, that's it. I don't want to make this too long. Later. Hey, welcome. I gotta do this because you're lemmings. That's just so sad. And upsetting and sad and funny. It ain't gonna be funny though when everybody loses everything they own. That ain't gonna be funny. I'll be gone. Don't know where. Looking like a really scary place everywhere. But if you make a lot of money, think of a safe place to go. Not many out there. Good luck.